Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valerie and I'm your violin teacher. If you're new to my channel, I'll leave a link down below with my playlist for music theory lessons for the beginners, for violin lessons for the beginners, intermediate level for the violin players, and a lot of videos with the reviews and how to tune your violin, how to clean your violin, and so many things more. Or simply you can follow the cards that will appear above my head during this video or any other videos. Today I'll continue to explore with you bow technique, bow strokes, and today's stroke will be Satie. Bow stroke Satie is very similar with spiccato, but the place where we are playing Satie is different. You remember that spiccato usually we play in the lower part of the bow, and Satie we will play in the middle. But here, small trick, I'll tell you a little bit later about it. Also, Satie we are using in fast tempos. I hope you remember spiccato we are using in the middle tempos, and Satie we will use in fast tempos. If we will try to draw Satie, it will look just like spiccato, dot and this curved line, yeah? So dot or accent, and we have to lift our bow, but all those manipulations and the bow movement and the hand movement, everything will be faster, twice I think, maybe even more faster. So to understand exactly how it works, we will start the same way like we did with spiccato. Dot next to the frog, dot at the tip of a bow, and step by step we have to speed up. Don't forget, after dot you always have to lift your bow. Now you're supposed to feel that all arm, shoulder, your elbow, your wrist and the finger, all arm working to be able to play that dot next to the frog and all the way tip of the bow. Now we have to shorten our bow, and we will play somewhere from here till here. The same thing. Dot, lift, dot, lift, dot, lift, dot, lift, dot, lift. And now you should feel that only your elbow, your wrist and fingers are working. The shoulder and upper arm stays steady. Otherwise, if you work with all hand, look what might happen. You would want it automatically to use more bow. You remember what I told you at the beginning of the lesson? For Satie, we have to use just a little bit of a bow. Now we will shorten our bow even more. We will use only this part, the middle of the bow. So dot, lift, dot, lift, dot, lift, dot, lift. And now you have to notice again that the only what you are moving is your wrist and the fingers to be able to play with your short bow. Otherwise, if we will move all arm, you won't be able to play with the short bow. You would want it to play with the full bow, and it's very hard, yeah? And now we have to use it just this much of your bow in the middle of a bow stick. Yeah? So dot, lift, dot, lift, dot, lift. Basically, if you look, it seems like you are not moving at all. And here, the only what we are moving is our fingers. The shoulder, the elbow stay steady. In some cases, you might help to your fingers with the wrist, but in some cases, don't exaggerate. Now, you remember at the beginning of the lesson I told you about trick. Every bow have that special place where the ball jumping or bouncing the most. So you have to find that place on your bow. Usually that jumping place on your bow is right at the middle, but all bows they are different, so on my bow it can be a little bit upper, like millimeters upper, or maybe on your bow it will be a little bit down, also millimeters. So to be able to find that special jumping place, you can start with a simple détaché, but with a really short détaché. And try to speed up. Faster, faster. You see, my bow is already jumping, so yours as well. So now you have to apply that technique with a dot and lift, dot and lift, dot and lift. And slowly, slowly, you have to speed up. Also, don't forget that for perfect sautille, your bow hair have to be flat on the string. Don't try to turn your bow stick in any ways, this way or this way. It won't work. Only flat hair on the string, in the parallel with the bridge and right in the middle between bridge and the fingerboard. The best way to polish your sautille is scales. First, you can play 8s or 16 notes. Then triolet. Yeah, then double notes. So this is sautille. If you have any additional questions or maybe you didn't understood something, don't be shy and write me down below in the comments, or simply you can visit my Instagram page Valeria Voitka Violin and write me there. I'll be happy to help you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the bell, and like this you'll get a notification that new lesson ready for you. And of course, you'll be able to learn something new. Bye!